It's the Half Hour Wasted and Legion of Dudes podcasts. Hey YouTube, Jordan from the Legion of Dudes and Walking Dead TV podcasts here to tell you what I thought of the comics I read the weeks of November 17th to December 2nd. Yeah, I'm a bit behind, I've been sick, it's been Thanksgiving, I've been busy in general, but I'm here and let's get to the comics right now. Hey, so, these books right here, these are from the first 2 weeks. I'm going to review them here, just very quickly, because I've already reviewed them in depth on hhwlod.com. If you go to hhwlod.com, check out Legion of Dudes episode 118. We had a review show. Everybody picked something different to review. I decided I'd do an audio version of my reviews and go through in depth all these books. So check them out if you have more interest in what I had to say about this, or you want to hear what the rest of the group had to say about all kinds of different things. Check out hhwlod.com for episode 118 for our review show. The Amazing Spider-Man 649. New Hobgoblin, Old Hobgoblin, Stuff Explodes, it was fun. Deadpool 29, Clones, Dr. Bong, Deadpool. Also, lots of things exploded. A lot of fun. Sensing a trend? Secret Avengers number 7. Kung Fu, magic, space stuff, weird copyright issues that I get more into the podcast, but it's kind of complicated. All around, really interesting book, and I really do enjoy the art. Diodato, good stuff. Secret Warriors number 22. More deaths, a meetup between father and son, more Nick Fury being awesome. What else can I say? Superior issue number 2. It's like Big meets The Last Starfighter, and really that's a lot more awesome than it sounds. Monkey in a spacesuit last issue, guys. He doesn't show up here, but there's still lots of fun stuff. Green Hornet issue number 10, last issue based on the script by Kevin Smith, has a dogfight. The plane kind, not actual animals. That would not be fun. So I wasn't expecting that. Overall, very good conclusion to the series, though. It's going to keep going on under another writer. I don't think I'm going to follow it, but I did enjoy the Smith run here. Locke Key, Keys to the Kingdom, issue number 3 of 6. This is the 4th volume, 3rd issue, still going strong. This particular issue has a panel or more for every single day in the month of February 2012. And lots of crazy stuff goes down in this issue. If you have any interest in the series at all, and you should, they're actually filming the TV show right now in Pittsburgh. So good. You need to check out this book. Check out the first volume, and I know I'm talking more about this one than of some of the others, but that's because it was so incredibly good. Locke and Key, it's one of my favorite books. I've been rereading it the last couple weeks, and yeah, it's awesome. And finally, for my reviews of the comics from the first 2 weeks, Walking Dead Volume 13's got sniper battles, got walled cities, got turmoil, got people taking out wife beaters, and all kinds of stuff you expect from Walking Dead. Zombies. If you're not watching the show, if you're not reading the book, what's wrong with you? Not like zombies or something? That's zombie racism, and I will not stand for it. So like I said, that's it for the comics I reviewed the first 2 weeks. We've got the comics for this week coming up in just a second. Those went up on the review episode 118 of Legion of Dudes, hhwlod.com. If you check out episode 119 of Legion of Dudes, just came out today, that's our Tron commentary. If you're super excited for Tron Legacy coming out in like 2 weeks right now, check out our commentary for the original movie from 1982. You don't even have to have the movie sitting around. You can still listen to the audio file, and it'll still make mostly sense, and it was a lot of fun to make, and hopefully you'll have a lot of fun listening to it. And, of course, the Walking Dead TV podcast at walkingdeadtv.com. Hey, only one episode of the TV show left this season, but we're going to have a ton of stuff planned for the off-season for our show. New deals right now. If you go to walkingdeadtv.com, listen to the newest episode on Wildfire, we've got a code to save you money on comics, graphic novels. If you want to start reading Walking Dead, if you want to start reading Locke and Key or any of these other books, there's now a cheap way for you to do it. So listen to that show. You could save yourself some green. Anyway, back to the comics. So how's this for a weird week of comics? I've got 2 books by Abnett and Lanning and 2 other books with Ant-Man in them. Kind of a weird mix, but I still had an enjoyable time reading them. Let's start with Taskmaster, issue number 4 of 4. This is one of the ones with Ant-Man. He's right there in the corner. Because the Secret Avengers are in the issue, although barely. Quite frankly, probably could have left them out and it would have been just fine. Don't get me wrong, the issue's still very good. This series has been just zany and funny and really a riot to read. This issue, not so much with the funny, a lot more with the bittersweet, which has been there throughout the whole series, but it really comes to the forefront in this issue. I really enjoyed the art style. There's parts where I don't dig it, but when they get to the action, when they get to some of the more inventive stuff, like overlaying heroes on top of Taskmaster when he's mimicking their powers, very cool, especially later on in the issue where they do it in kind of a different way. Absolutely loved it, though. It's a different Taskmaster. That's my only complaint about this book, is that it's a different Taskmaster than he was, a different way of writing the character than he was written in Avengers: The Initiative and some of the other stuff back just last year. Still very good. I enjoy both versions of the character. I just wish they could have merged them a little bit more. Still very fun. The first 3 issues are hilarious. A fourth one right here, not so much, but still a very good conclusion to the miniseries. Then we have Iron Man Thor issue number 2 of 4 by Abnett and Landing. It's an interesting concept they're playing with, and what the Grand Evolutionary is trying to do is trying to create a new god or a new version of... I think he's just trying to do one character, but he's trying to replace the other gods of the Marvel Universe. And so he's got all these other supervillains working with him to kind of put that together. It's an interesting enough idea. I don't know, I love the execution. I love Abnett and Landing's writing, but some of the Thor talking out loud to nobody was weird. It didn't make a whole lot of sense. Just put another character there that he could be talking to, and it would totally work as dialogue. Just, why is this guy talking to himself? Is he crazy as well as a god? Don't get me wrong, I'm going to continue on with this series till the end. It's only 2 more issues. So far, though, it hasn't really grabbed me, and I like their work. And I really like the next book from them we're going to get to. In fact, Heroes for Hire issue number 1. This is, I believe, the 4th volume of Heroes for Hire. I don't know for sure. I'm not a huge Heroes for Hire guy, although I have some friends, especially in Legion of Dudes, who love all the Heroes for Hire stuff. I did read the last volume. I don't actually remember why I got into it at all. It was enjoyable, but I have no idea why I started reading it in the beginning, because I didn't know like any of the characters. There's a weird twist at the end of this book, one that I'm still not sure whether I liked or don't, mostly because I'm not sure if it invalidates the rest of what happened in the issue. Read it and you'll know what I mean. I have a feeling by issue 2, it'll all be clear, but did anything in this issue actually happen? So, maybe different writing could have made that clear, or maybe it was intended to be that murky. We get Moon Knight in this issue. We don't actually get everybody on the cover here, it should be noted. We get Misty Knight, we get the Falcon, Black Widow, Moon Knight, so 2 of the Secret Avengers. They're everywhere these days. Paladin shows up a few times, but doesn't really do anything. He just kind of looks at stuff through a sniper scope. And Atlanteans. Atlanteans weren't... I don't think they were one of the main villains of Volume 3, although they might have showed up a couple times. I was reading a couple books that did involve Atlanteans at the time, so I get it a bit confused. I should go back and reread them. But it looks like Atlanteans and an Atlantean drug are kind of going to be big in this arc, as well as another person who I won't say simply because he, she, or it ties into the twist. So check that out. Out at Landing. Good stuff. Wasn't digging Iron Man Thor. This one, though, definitely much better. It feels closer to their Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. Hopefully, in further issues, will be more of a team aspect. Here, it was just 1 or 2 characters at a time, and I think they really shine when they've got just a ton of personalities on the page to work with. Finally this week, Ant-Man and Wasp, issue number 2 of 3, and Iron Man Thor was about characters trying to build a god. This issue, and this miniseries, is kind of about characters trying to build a heaven. Just weird synergy that they would pop up at the same time. I really enjoy this book, though. I'm still not 100% on Tim Seeley's art, but you know what? If he's writing it and drawing it at the same time, I can forgive the fact that it's not my favorite style. Nothing wrong with it, just not my favorite style. Dialogue's great. The art direction is actually very good. I enjoyed the mindscape and how it's portrayed like what they call it in the issue, like a Yes album cover. That was pretty cool to see. And we get kind of the perfect encapsulation of exactly what Ant-Man thinks of himself, which is a slightly shorter Wolverine. Certainly not true, but once you fully grasp who this character is, he's a lot of fun to work with. Also, Rocco, if you're watching, I think this character is you. Every time I read Ant-Man, Irredeemable Ant-Man, I get the feeling that he was somehow based on you. And I think you were 14 when the character was created, so that's weird. But, hey Rocco. That's it for the comics I read for the last 3 weeks. Follow me on Twitter at JordanFRMJersey. I just got a great... The new zombie image you're seeing of me, probably different places around the page, and my avatar and stuff, made by Elisa on Twitter. Thank you, Elisa. I really do appreciate it. It's awesome. I love it. And I'm using it pretty much everywhere now. So follow me on Twitter at JordanFRMJersey. Follow at WDTV Podcast, at LOD Tweet. Those are podcast tweets. That's pretty much what I got. So have a good week. I got finals coming up, so videos might be late again. I don't know. We'll see. I'll do my best. Have a good one. It's the Half Hour Wasted at Legion of Dudes Podcasts.